with the coordinates of the land of nothingness. Mean. Fang Bing can now drive the space carrier at any time. Go to nothingness. Find collectors. Take the reality gem from him. In addition, Iron Man and Ebony Maw are repairing the Discovery. It's been almost 2 weeks, Fang Bing estimates. They're almost done with that spaceship, so it's time for Fang Bing to put the plan of feeding the living planet Ego on the agenda. As for the wild planet location where the soul gem is stored, although Fang Bing doesn't know where it is yet, but he knows who knows this information. Gamora. Yes, it is Gamora who Fang Bing just let go. Because according to the plot, Thanos comes later. The reason why you can find the location of the soul gem. Also available through Gamora. Gamora in order to escape Thanos' control. Treasures such as infinite gems have been explored in the universe for a long time. So, she also got the soul gem slot, and Fang Bing now chooses to let Gamora go. No asked her for information, it is because he is not in a hurry to get soul gem. The main reason is that the conditions for obtaining soul gem are too harsh. I want to pay homage to my favorite person, soul gem will appear. Fang Bing is not so heartless, not as ruthless as Thanos. So, soul gem, he is going to take a break. Wait until you think of a way to get the best of both worlds. Go to Gamora again, he'd met Gamora anyway. You can always find her through the portal, with so much to do. Fang Bing is going to come one by one, after sending off the Guardians of Galaxy. First thing he does, it is an order. Let the crew of the space carrier drive a spaceship. Start driving towards nothingness. Yes. Fang Bing is now planning to go to the land of nothingness. Either to grab the reality gem, or go to the land of nothingness to see it. He felt it was necessary, but the region where the void is located, at the edge of the galaxy. So, the space carrier from this position. Go to nothingness. It also takes a certain amount of time. Based on crew calculations, it will take about 2 days. So, these 2 days, Fang Bing was not prepared to stay on the space carrier and wait. He directly opened the portal, left the spaceship. When he came out of the portal, has arrived at the Hive Star. He comes here. There are several things to do. First, naturally, the ability is extracted. The system beeped 5 times just now. It means that Fang Bing has obtained the ability list of the 5 Guardians of Galaxy. Because there are still some important things to do tonight, Fang Bing didn't bother either, check out their ability list. So simply turned on batch extraction. Congratulations, you have obtained Master Level Firearm Modification Skills, V9. Congratulations, you have obtained Master Physique LV1. Congratulations, you have obtained the Master Level Melee Combat V5. Congratulations, you have obtained Photosynthesis LV10. Congratulations on obtaining the Body of a Demigod, Special. The 9-level Firearm Modification Skill of the Master. Extracted from Rocket Raccoon. This is the highest level of ability that Fang Bing has obtained so far. Even his fighting skills, there are only 8 masters. It's 1 level short of this gun modification skill. If it is gun shooting skills, in fact, it is useless for Fang Bing. But, extracted from Rocket Raccoon, this is a transformation technique. It still works for Fang Bing, because Fang Bing knows how insane Rocket Raccoon's weapon modification skills are. It casually passed some miscellaneous parts of the spaceship. A portable proton cannon launcher can be assembled, powerful enough to threaten Yondu's space carrier. So, when Fang Bing draws this ability, it opened immediately. Then, he felt a huge amount of weapon-related knowledge pouring into his mind. It completely overturned his previous understanding of weapons. So much so that he is now standing on the barren Hive planet. Look up to see shooting stars across the sky. Can quickly think of what weapons can be assembled. One shot blasted it. And the first level Master Physique from Dex the Destroyer of 2 Fools. Although the grade is lower, but after opening, it also helped Fang Bing improve some of his physique. And wait until Fang Bing obtains other low-level Master Physiques again in the future. You can use it to integrate upgrade. As for Gamora's Master Fighting Skills, because it is a skill-like ability, it does not bring growth to Fang Bing. So it can only be saved for future consumption by integrate upgrade. And the photosynthesis given by the Treeman Groot. It's even more nonsense. This thing is the photosynthesis of all plants on the earth. It's just a full-scale photosynthesis. What can it do? Does basking in the sun increase combat effectiveness? Fang Bing didn't even look at it. Disable it directly. In the end, only 1 demigod ability remained. Let Fang Bing is very pleasantly surprised. Yes. This ability was extracted from Star-Lord. Demigod body. Special. His mother is an ordinary Earth human, but his father is an ancient god-level creature, so he has the potential of a demigod body. Yes. The reason why Xingju was in the previous life. Known by everyone. With the body of a god, it is comparable to a mortal. That's because this guy is indeed a god. Born as the son of the god Ego, he was born with the body of a demigod. Otherwise, if he is just an ordinary human being, when he was on Xandar, when holding the power gem, it is impossible to resist that long, it will explode in an instant. Only Star-Lord himself doesn't know about this yet. The original time and space, he will be after using the power gem to kill Ronin. Become a hero of Xandar. Then when he was checked by the people from Xandar, a genetic abnormality is found, so he learned that his father was an ancient god. And now, the Xandar star disappeared immediately. I'm afraid it will be some time before Xingju knows his true background. Because Fang Bing thinks Star-Lord would later be found by the god Egg. Take it to the planet Egg. The main reason is that Star-Lord kills Ronin before Xandar was saved. It can even be said that half of the universe was saved. Break through the reputation of Nuo-Da. Only then did the god Egg notice Xingju. He noticed this son who should have been sent to him by the interstellar pirates before. So, the god Egg will do it himself, bring back Star-Lord. And now, Star-Lord and other Guardians of Galaxy, seeing that the one who came to attack Xandar Star is to dominate the universe. The Thanos army that destroyed countless civilizations. Not Ronin's weakling. Cowardly. Naturally, it is still an unknown generation. So, then he would not be noticed by the Sky God Egg at all. For Egg, the god, for countless years, it is not known how many species have been broadcast throughout the universe. How many sons were born? That's why Xingju was secretly intercepted by Yongdu. Has not yet been discovered by the god Egg, if not like this. Fang Bing will not let Xingju go easily. After all, the god Egg has been to Earth before. He also left his dark hand on the Earth, if he really found the son of Xingju. Absorbed Star-Lord. I am afraid that not only all living planets in the universe will be destroyed. Even the Earth will be directly finished, so. The demigod body of Star-Lord. It still has a great effect on Fang Bing. He immediately chose to activate this ability. Immediately. Fang Bing felt a warm current surge in his body. The physique seems to have been changed, at the moment. Whether it is strength, physique, speed, or other attributes. Fang Bing feels enhanced in all directions, only. Not much has changed, because of Xingju's demigod body. It's not that strong now, he just has the potential to become a demigod. And the body of this demigod can be used in the future. To what height? It still depends on the individual's practice and situation. So, Star-Lord has always been not doing too well. After Fang Bing obtained his demigod body, he thinks. Best use for yourself. It should be to increase the upper limit of the body's physique. So, wait until later to get 6 infinite gems. Nor is it because of congenital inadequacy, and cannot carry the power of infinite gems. Definitely. Fang Bing's original physical upper limit was already very high. After all, he also learned from Thor before. Extracted the body of the Asgard royal family. Normally, this kind of physique should not be worse than this demigod's physique. It can even be said to be stronger, after. After extracting all abilities, Fang Bing moved on to the next thing tonight. He waved his hand and summoned the Ulu metal summoning circle from the portable space. Thrown on the ground. Then, he didn't place any sacrifices on it. Instead, he recited the spell directly, after a while. With the light of the summoning circle flickering, a figure appeared in the center of the summoning circle. As soon as he appears, he began to yell, "Ha, Master, I was looking for you, I have already built the Infinity Gauntlet." Fang Bing. Yes. Characters summoned directly by Fang Bing. It is the Dwarf Master Blacksmith Boulder from another dimension. Because Fang Bing signed a slavery contract with it before. So Fang Bing only needs to use the summoning disc. It can be summoned at will, and this time he summoned the big stone. Originally, I wanted to tell him, no more crafting the Infinity Gauntlet. Build an Infinity Warframe instead, but did not expect. The big stone is worthy of being a master blacksmith. The speed of forging is really fast. This creates the Infinity Gauntlet. But now that the Infinity Gauntlet has been built, Fang Bing reluctantly accepted it. He took the boulder from his hand. Take the Infinity Gauntlet made of Ulu metal. Played around a bit. Then from the portable space, a psychic scepter is summoned. Hold the blue gemstone on top of the scepter in your hand. Give it a firm grip. He smashed it into pieces. The topaz hidden inside the sapphire was revealed. Yes. This topaz. It is the mind gem of infinite gems. Fang Bing pinched the mind gem directly with his hand. Feel the power surging on it. Then, he will mind gem. Socketed to the infinity gauntlet. Now that the infinity gauntlet is built. That's definitely better than this broken scepter. So Fang Bing changed the carrier for mind gem. And infinity armor. Fang Bing also gave the big stone a lot of ulu metal. Let him go back and continue building, but the craft of an infinity armor. Much harder than the infinity gauntlet. So Da Shi also said that he needs some time, and Fang Bing only has one mind gem now. So he is not in a hurry, just let the big rock do its best to build. After sending away the big stone, Fang Bing did not put away Ulu Metal's summoning circle. Instead, they recruited a gourmet generator. Start generating food spree. After making 3 copies in a row, today's official call begins. He first threw a food gift package to the center of the summoning circle. Began to recite the spell. Puff. Summon a little white rabbit. Caught the fat little white rabbit. Keep it and bring it back to Pikachu as a companion. Then he threw a gourmet gift package to the center of the circle again. Puff. Another little white rabbit. Fang Bing picked up the second little white rabbit. Check it out. It was found that these two were exactly one male and one female. Good guy. I just picked a family package directly. One more chance to call. Will the little white rabbit be summoned for the 3rd time? Fang Bing's face darkened. Hand the second little white rabbit. Also thrown aside. We'll take them back together and keep them. Then dropped the last food spree. Chanted the spell. Started the 3rd call. Grandpa. Didn't you get caught by the snake spirit? Eh? Fang Bing heard the idea coming from the opposite side. Suddenly the clam stopped. What the hell? Come up and call Grandpa to yourself. I don't even have a son. Is there an extra grandson? Good guy. What a guy. But after Fang Bing heard from the other party that the snake spirit had taken Grandpa away. Almost reacted. The special creature I found in this summoning. It should be the gourd baby. It's just that Fang Bing hasn't summoned it yet. Not sure which one is on the other side. After all, Cucurbit baby has 7 brothers. There is also a more powerful Vajra gourd baby. So, with a curiosity, Fang Bing quickly explained to the other party. I am not his grandfather, but if he answered his calling, then I can provide him with some help. Then Fang Bing went smoothly with the calabash baby on the opposite side. A spell contract was signed, with Fang Bing a call to summon the spell. The light of the summoning circle flashed brightly. One has a small green gourd on its head. A gourd baby in a green leaf outfit. Appeared on the summoning circle. The moment Fang Bing saw this guy. It is known that he is the 4th baby in the gourd baby. Because of his green clothes, it's too conspicuous. It's hard for Fang Bing to notice or not, and the gourd baby is among the 7 brothers. There are only Siwa Huawa, wearing this kind of green leaf outfit. So, Siwa Fire Baby is also called Green Baby. But, although Huawa's dress is very environmentally friendly, it doesn't look strong at all, but Fang Bing knew. His ability. Still very strong. It can be ranked in the forefront among many gourd babies. According to Fang Bing's memory, Siwa Huawa. It is the god of fire from the upper realm descending to earth. So, his ability has fire control, can breathe fire. It can also absorb fire. Not only that, although the fire baby is called the fire baby. But except for his ability to control flames. It can even summon thunder and lightning, possesses the ability of electricity. This shows his extraordinary. So, Fang Bing waited for Huawa to appear from the teleportation array. Just smiled and walked up. He was looking at the gourmet gift package. A look of hesitation. I don't know if I should turn on the fire baby. He said with a kind face. Eat it if you want. After eating, I will try to help you save Grandpa. Huawa saw the person who summoned him. Such a kind face. Finally, I couldn't stand the attraction of delicious food. He reached out and opened the gourmet gift bag. Start picking up all kinds of delicacies. Gobble it up. And Fang Bing. Then he smiled. Just stood aside and waited for the system prompt to sound. After a while. Ding. The system prompt sounded. Fang Bing quickly looked at the system records. Fire Baby. Flame Control LV8. He is the god of fire from the heavens, born with the ability to control fire, can breathe fire, control fire attack and defense. Thunderbolt Electric Shock LV8. He has the power to control the thunder, and can manipulate the thunder to shock the enemy. Draw. Congratulations on obtaining the flame control IV-8. Read the list of abilities. Fang Bing directly extracted the ability of Siwa Huawa. Then he directly drew his core ability. That is, flame control. Here. Plus the ice control that was previously drawn from Iceman. Fang Bing can be regarded as having everything. Got another supernatural ability. Fang Bing was naturally very happy. Then. He decides. Keep your word. Also help Siwa. Find his grandpa. Definitely. Fang Bing cannot open portals across latitudes. Enter the world of gourd dolls, to help him find his grandfather. So. Fang Bing's help to Siwa Huawa. It can only be to provide him with some souvenir products. Let him take it back. When he met the snake spirit who caught his grandfather. Just throw it out and you're done. That's right. Something that Fang Bing gave Siwa. It was some ion bombs he had made in his spare time. There are 10 in total. They must have been tied together and thrown out. It can also bring some trouble to the snake spirit. In addition, Fang Bing also gave Siwa 7 heart-shaped flowers. Yes. That is, Fang Bing ate countless flowers before. Wakanda's specialty heart-shaped flower that no longer works. Take 1 flower. It can improve the physique and strength several times. And 7 flowers. Enough to knock out the strength of 7 gourd babies. Take it up a notch. After that, Fang Bing waved Siwa Huawa back to his original world. Let him continue to find Grandpa. But, this matter is not over. The reason why Fang Bing gave Hulua so much help. Or something else. What he did. Also for. In the future, I can wait for 7 gourd babies. After rescuing Grandpa. Can be summoned by myself. Yes. It can be done. Because although he can only contact Huawa now through the summoning circle. But. If Huawa is willing to help. When Fang Bing summoned him. Take his brother. Then you can even do it yourself. Put 7 gourd babies at one time. All summoned to this world. But just now Fang Bing was talking with you Huawa. Already learned. Huawa is now in a state of losing contact with other brothers. Just alone looking for Grandpa. So. Fang Bing's thoughts. Not yet possible. After the matter of summoning the magic circle is over. Leave the hive star. Instead start testing. The flame control he just obtained. How strong is Huawa? He doesn't even think about it now. So. I want to see how powerful the flame control I got from him. You can only try it yourself. Fang Bing opened the flame control. With a wave of one hand. A fire dragon more than 10 meters long. Drilled out from Fang Bing's palm in an instant. Flying forward. That fire dragon. The whole body is made of flames. It has a blue-yellow light. Look at the temperature is very high. And its goal. It was Fang Bing who was on the ground just ahead of time. Use substance transformation. Created a vibranium cylinder with a diameter of 1 meter. Next. The scene Fang Bing saw. Make him feel. The help I just gave Siwa. Some superfluous. Because. Fang Bing found out. This fire dragon shot from the palm of my hand. Although the speed is not fast. But. When it flew over the vibranium cylinder. The entire 1 meter diameter vibranium cylinder actually melted away. What kind of horrible temperature is this? According to what Fang Bing learned. Want to melt vibranium. At least a high temperature of 4000 degrees is required. So. I am now in control of the 8th level flame. The temperature is already as high as 4000 degrees? The temperature at the center of the Earth's core. It's only 6000 degrees. Before that, Fang Bing went deep into the underground magma. The temperature at which the burned skin splits and the flesh rots. It is estimated that it is no more than this number. So. Does Huawa actually have the power to hurt herself? F*K. That fire baby has this strength. The gourd baby world is probably not that simple. It was no ordinary cartoon world. The world of Shenxia is not an exaggeration. So. Only then did Fang Bing realize. The heart-shaped flower I gave Huawa just now. And those 10 ion bombs, it is estimated that it can help them. Not as big as I imagined, but it's okay. Just now, Fang Bing was checking Huawa's ability list. Discover the ability of his physique. Absolutely not. This means. Gourd dolls. Except Dawa has an indestructible physique. Other Calabash brothers. The physique is very ordinary. It's just that ability is very powerful, so it seems. A heart-shaped flower that boosts their physique and strength. Should still be useful. Think about it. Let Fang Bing breathe a sigh of relief. If it's really useless, Fang Bing is considering summoning Huawa again. Then give him something powerful to take back. After all, there are 7 gourd babies, if the strength is so strong. plus a later strongest Vajra gourd baby, for Fang Bing in the future. Also a strong support. Wait for Fang Bing to calm down. And here we go test out the other abilities of Flame Mastery. Half an hour later, he's done testing. Discover. Fire holds this supernatural ability, it really lives up to its name. In addition to being able to create flame attacks out of thin air, it can also allow itself to control any flame. And from the fire damage, this is a bit perverted. This means, if Fang Bing wants to go to the center of the earth now, then he can go directly to the center of the earth, and ignore the high temperature of 6,000 degrees. Even if he wants to play around on the sun, there should be no problem. After testing the flame control, Fang Bing can be considered to have completely ended today's work on the Hive planet. I looked at the time, it's night on Earth. So Fang Bing didn't bother to return to Earth. Start running directly on the Hive star. Continue to work on his super ability in the 2 speed categories of super speed AA and heartbeat time. This run. Just 3 hours passed, and when Fang Bing finished his workout, open the portal. When returning to Earth, New York weather. Already dim, and Fang Bing walked out from the portal. He didn't go directly back to his villa either. Instead, they went directly to Iron Man's villa. Even though it was only 5:30 in the morning. But when Fang Bing appeared beside Iron Man, but found out he had already woken up, and has started working. Knocking around the spaceship Discovery with Ebony Maw. This made Fang Bing very satisfied. Iron Man, who was originally a playboy, to be able to become so hard working for myself. Fang Bing thinks he is really a competent capitalist. He appeared directly behind Iron Man. Reach for a food maker. Made double coffee milk tea. Had a drink myself. He stepped forward and patted Iron Man on the shoulder. Handed him a glass. Then chatted with him. The main purpose of Fang Bing coming to find Iron Man this time. Of course I want to see it. He and Ebony Maw. Has the Explorer been fixed? Or, how long will it take to fix Discovery? This spaceship. It is related to his previous plan to feed the god egg. But now Fang Bing, since just getting from Xingju, after extracting his demigod body, the original feeding plan has been abandoned. Because he already had a more perfect feeding plan in mind. Original. Fang Bing is planning to wait for the Explorer to be repaired. Give Discovery a new look. Then let the Explorer bring its own duplication. Pretending to have no intention of breaking into the planet Ego. Then bring some water resources made by the gourmet maker on the spaceship. After the Discovery crashed on the surface of the planet Ego. These water resources, it will be absorbed by the planet Ego. Because planet Ego is a living planet, so Fang Bing guessed. This should also be regarded as a successful feeding. But originally this plan requires Fang Bing to sacrifice a space battleship. And it doesn't necessarily feed successfully. Because Fang Bing is not sure, just sprinkle egg with water. Can it really count as feeding? Can he really extract his ability? So, originally Fang Bing's grasp, no more than 60% at most. But after obtaining the demigod body of Star-Lord, Fang Bing's newly designed plan, the success rate is expected to reach 80%. Because Star-Lord was originally Egg's son, and Fang Bing possessed the body of a demigod. It's perfectly fine to use the duplication ability. Create a duplication with the body of a demigod. Then use the shapeshifting spell, become Star-Lord. Let's find Egg as a relative in a fair way, if only to become the Star-Lord. I'm afraid Egg knew it was a fake when he met him. But if this duplication has a demigod body with the same origin as Yi Ge, then it will be seamless. It was absolutely impossible for Egg to spot the anomaly easily. Then, Star-Lord as Egg's own son, found his own father, Egg. Invite his father to taste the local specialties he collected in the universe. Then Egg shouldn't refuse, right? Definitely. Want to implement a new plan to feed the god Egg. Fang Bing still needs Explorer, otherwise. And how to pretend to be an interstellar pirate and go to the planet Ego. So, 80% of the Explorer still has to be sacrificed. Fortunately, Fang Bing is not bad for this ordinary space battleship. He already has a Dark Elf mothership, which is much more powerful than ordinary space battleships. Well, this spaceship will probably be repaired by tonight. When Fang Bing asked when the Explorer would be repaired, Iron Man finally gave him a satisfactory answer. Tonight. Very good. Then tonight can officially start the plan for the god Ego. Then Fang Bing left Iron Man's villa, so that Iron Man can concentrate on his work. And he said himself. Then came to a university in New York again. Yes. It's morning now. Fang Bing felt that the whole daytime should not be wasted easily. So I decided to come here to set up a stall in the morning. Continue to improve his scientific and technical knowledge. Only. When Fang Bing was just in the alley near the school. When the dining car is summoned. Suddenly, a system notification sounded in his mind. Fang Bing hears the system beep. There is joy in my heart. Because. This kind of inexplicable. A system prompt that appears suddenly. Must have been some figure he'd been feeding on before. Contributed ability to him again. So. Fang Bing immediately stopped what he was doing. Looked towards the system log. Congratulations on getting Devil Muscle V8. Good guy. Fang Bing saw that he had suddenly drawn this ability. Surprised in my heart. Because. This Devil Muscle super ability. It was exactly the ability he had been looking forward to for a long time. Fang Bing looked at the extraction records again. Oh. It turned out to be drawn from the Green Titan. Hi. It seems that Dr. Banner is very good. There are jelly beans on time. Fang Bing smiled. Look at your current ability list. Devil Muscle LV8. Your muscle density is extremely high, and your defense is strong, making all the bodybuilders in the world feel ashamed. The reason why Fang Bing expects to get this ability. Not trying to be a bodybuilder, he's already in great shape. Doesn't require super ability to transform. The root cause of his expectation is that he also obtained a super ability called Giant Fat before. After use, will transform into a big fat man. Improves strength and some defense. And Fang Bing turned too ugly because he disliked it. So. This ability has never been used, but he bases it on experience. I think that if I can get a muscle building super ability. Maybe the two abilities can be integrated. Gain a super transformation like ability. Similar to the kind of ability transformed by the Green Titan. So he later took aim at the devil's muscles on the Green Titan and the hated little yellow. Keep feeding them. And now, heaven pays off. Finally let him pump this devil muscle. Open. Congratulations on getting Super Transformation 5. Really. As soon as Fang Bing turned on this newly acquired devil muscle super ability. Immediately received a new system prompt. Reminder that he gained an ability called Super Transformation. But Fang Bing didn't care about this newly acquired ability. Instead, he looked towards his ability list. Read it from top to bottom. Discover your original huge waist in the devil muscles you just acquired. Really gone. Integrate upgrade into this Super Transformation IV5. Super Transformation IV5. You can transform into a titan, and your physical strength and speed will be fully enhanced by 5 times. Fang Bing looked at the dining car in his hand. Didn't even bother to take it back. Then the stealth was turned on directly. After the whole person disappeared into the air. Only then did he start the super transformation he had just obtained. After turning on super ability, Fang Bing didn't start changing right away. Yes. He discovered this ability. Unlike the Green Titan's transformation. You can fully control yourself. Now even with ability turned on. As long as Fang Bing doesn't want to transform. Will remain the norm. Then, Fang Bing thought. Launched a super transformation. Moment. He feels inside himself. A large amount of mysterious energy began to emerge. Extremely fast charging into his limbs and various parts of the body. He looked up at his arm. See your own fingers. It becomes thicker and longer at extreme speed. He still feels. Own height. It is also increasing rapidly. Body muscles get stronger. It's slow to say. But in fact, Fang Bing found that his transformation speed was very fast. Just less than half a second. Fang Bing felt that his body had stopped changing. Now, he is standing in the alley. I feel like I'm 3 meters tall. Only. Because there is no mirror, he couldn't see what he had become. But Fang Bing couldn't be bothered. He steps forward. Standing in front of the wall of the alley. Put your hand on the wall. Initiated a material conversion. Converts an entire wall into a mirror. Then, he lifted his invisibility. F*K. Who is this mighty man? Fang Bing stood in front of the mirror. Take a few poses. It's stinky, for their new image. Very satisfied, because he can see in the mirror. Own current body. A full 3 meters high. Overall body shape. It is almost the same as the Green Titan after transformation. Muscle all over. Mixed like nature. Make a fist. Reach out. Feel the body full of strength. The most important thing is, Fang Bing found out. He didn't turn green. This is simply too important. People with normal thinking. Green or something. Simply unacceptable. After showing off in front of the wall mirror. Fang Bing looked at his torn clothes. I think being an exhibitionist is kind of bad. In case a passing schoolgirl sees it, scared the schoolgirl out of her psychological shadow. It would be a great sin. Clothes were torn. Mainly because the clothes he's wearing now, although equivalent to Pym battlesuit, able to grow and shrink as he uses Pym particles. But that's only when using Pym particles. Only then can it become bigger and smaller, like Fang Bing just did. Instantly turned into a 3-meter titan, it is to test the elastic effect of the clothes. So, Fang Bing is next. You also need to modify your Pym battlesuit. Make it more resilient, when you can support yourself to transform. Nor was it broken. Except this. Fang Bing also thought of another idea. That is, if now, I am in a super transformed state. Transform with Pym particles again. So, will it become even bigger, more powerful? Now Fang Bing, after a super transformation, has 5 times the physical strength speed bonus. So, if in the transformed state, giant again, can it be based on the super transformation? What about giant enhancement again? Think here. Fang Bing felt a burning sensation in his heart. So, he waved. Dang even took the dining car back to the portable space. Then, removed super transformation, became the norm. Get yourself some clothes, after putting on. Open a portal. Walked in. When he walked out. Has arrived at the Hive Star. Came to the underground of the Hive Star. He did experiments before. In the lab where Pym particles are made. The experimental equipment here is complete. Handy for what Fang Bing is going to do next. After arriving at the laboratory, Fang Bing from the portable space. Pulled out the dining car. Put your hand on it. Initiated a material conversion. Converts it into a Pym battlesuit. And some other materials. A few minutes later. Preparations are complete. Fang Bing picked up a Pym battlesuit. Started using the stuff in his head about the Pym battlesuit. And his earth science knowledge up to level 9. Start researching. How can I make this Pym battlesuit? It can support his 2 transformations at the same time without exploding. And this problem, it is also something that Fang Bing must solve. Because, if he wants to be in a super transformed state, megamorph using Pym particles, then it is necessary to have a Pym battlesuit that can be worn normally in the super transformed state. Otherwise, Pym particle megamorph cannot be used. And if he directly made a set of Pym particle battlesuits worn by the 3-meter titan, it can solve this problem. But it is impossible for Fang Bing to maintain a super transformed state all the time. 3 meters. Good guy. I can't even get in the house. That little finger. They are as thick as a human arm. Give Wanda a shot. Can take her to the ground. So, research a battlesuit that he can wear normally. Very necessary. And this is for Fang Bing. It's not difficult. It only took half an hour. Fang Bing has successfully used a material that exists on Earth. Replaces the material of the original Pym battlesuit. And this material has high elasticity, enough to support his shapeshifting needs. After a successful research test, Fang Bing directly uses material conversion. Put the current set of ordinary clothes on your body. Converted to the new Pym battlesuit, and style. He chose the latest styles that are most popular on the planet for the current season. Then, he opened the portal and left the underground laboratory. Came to the ground, standing on an empty wasteland. Fang Bing thought about it. Launched the super transformation again. Moment. He turned into a 3-meter titan. And the new battlesuit on him. Sure enough, it was not blown up. Fang Bing didn't stop to test his current strength and physique. Because that makes no sense, because the system is being introduced. He has been clearly told, after a super transformation, will have 5 times the speed of strength and constitution. And Fang Bing's transformation is not over yet. He then uses the Pym particle transformation again. Moments later, giant transformation success. Fang Bing found out. I turned into an 80-meter tall titan. Fang Bing was overjoyed. He knows he made it. Because, originally, he used the Pym particle giant transformation alone. At most, it becomes a titan with a height of 50 meters. Possesses 10 times the original strength, and now, he transformed on the basis of his 3-meter height. Directly into an 80-meter high titan. The body shape changes so much. So, own strength, it will also make a huge difference. So, Fang Bing maintained the state of the 80-meter titan. Start testing his current strength, physique and speed. While testing Fang Bing, there is no difference from before. The same as the use of material conversion. Make metal weights. Or, use the peerless blade. after enchanting. Cut yourself. Half an hour later, the Fang Bing test is complete. He also got the data he wanted. First, speed. His current speed, it is 5 times that of the original normal state. That is to say, the same as after he transformed into a 3-meter titan. This is Pym particle megamorph. In fact, only strength is improved. So, only 5 times faster, but just 5 times as fast. It is also very extraordinary. Originally Fang Bing's running speed, it has reached 5,500 kilometers, and now he has reached a speed of 27,500 kilometers per hour. Fast as lightning is no longer enough to describe his speed. Even now it has transformed into an 80-meter titan. He moved at full speed. It is also completely beyond the reach of ordinary people. An hour and a half. Just enough to follow the equator. Run around the Earth. Any aircraft, fighter jet on Earth. Any means of transportation. It's impossible to have his speed. The speed of his transformation, Mach 22.5, has been reached. That's 22.5 times the speed of sound and physical aspect. Same with speed, also on the basis of the original. Enhanced 5-fold. This leads to, now Fang Bing is holding the artifact Peerless Blade. You can only use your normal strength to hurt yourself. Originally, after he had gone through the comprehensive increase of the 10th ring, the strength has reached 100 tons with one hand. But now, Fang Bing found out, under the strength of 100 tons with one hand, he was able to barely break through his own defense. And this is just a defense. I want to kill my transformed self. I'm afraid I can't do it under normal conditions. So, after Fang Bing found out that his defense had skyrocketed, already felt, own defense, compared to Thanos, I'm afraid. Not too much, right? And he suddenly had several thoughts in his mind. Number 1 thought. Naturally, I will go to find Black Bolt King again. The reason why I have always failed to enter Attilan. It is because the attack power of Black Bolt King is too terrifying. Especially when Black Bolt removes the tuning fork overhead. The destructive power of that roar, comparable to Big Ivan explosion. During this time Fang Bing has not traveled to the moon. It is because of the attack power against Black Bolt King. I've always had lingering fears, and now, he felt that the time had come. It's time to go to the moon again. Your trip to Attilan is complete, and the power of Fang Bing. It is inside each attribute, the most enhanced one. Because, Pym particle megamorph, it was originally just to increase strength. So, Fang Bing after the test, find yourself transformed. Already have the power of 6,000 tons with one hand. Yes, 6,000 a degree. The reason why the power is so high. Because of, he is normal. After the strength is enhanced by the 10 rings. Possesses a huge force of 100 tons, and the 5th level super transformation. Let him improve 5 times directly, in the 3-meter transformation state. Possesses a huge force of 500 tons with one hand. And the Pym particle transforms into a gigantic transformation. Then it can be based on the original, 12 times stronger. So, this is the origin of 6,000 tons, and when the original Pym particle giant transformed into 50 meters high. His one-handed strength is still 1,200 tons, so he is now 80 meters. The strength is directly compared to 50 meters. It is also a full 5-fold increase. What is the concept of 6,000 tons in one hand? This means, when he exerted his full strength, 10,000-ton giant ship can be lifted by him. This power. Fang Bing felt that he should have completely surpassed the normal Thanos. Fang Bing even thinks, if Thanos doesn't get the power gem, current self, I'm afraid he can be smashed into a meatloaf with one punch. Strength. Fang Bing thinks, among the Earth heroes he knew, I'm afraid Captain Marvel can compete with him, right? But Captain Marvel, that's not pure power. It should be regarded as a way of energy application. So Fang Bing thinks, he should still be the most awesome. After testing the giant state of Pym particles, Fang Bing turned back into a 3-meter high super transformation form again. Start with some exercise. The reason for exercising in this form. It's because Fang Bing thinks, if it is a normal combat situation, or this 3-meter high super transformation form is more convenient. 80 meters high. It's just too big. General buildings can't hold it at all. Can only transform in the open air. Unless he transforms every time, they are all ready for demolition. And this super transformed 3-meter high state. In fact, it is not much weaker than the giant state of 80 meters. Whether it is speed or physique, and sight, hearing, reaction. Both are the same as when the PIM particle is transformed into a height of 80 meters. Just less powerful. But, even so, the power in the 3-meter form. There are also 500 tons in one hand. Sufficient for most battles, after all, against normal opponents. I don't care if it's 6,000 tons with one punch. Still a punch of 500 tons, it can be smashed into meatloaf with one punch. Therefore, 3 meters giant transformation state. This will be the state that Fang Bing will use in the future. And the 80-meter PIM particle transforms, it will only be used as a whole card. That's why he will now start to hone his attack and defense in the 3-meter state. After all, the body has suddenly grown so much. Want to be in control. I want to show my full strength in battle in this form. Unfamiliarity is unrealistic. After an hour, Fang Bing stopped. He has almost finished training at the moment. Already in the 3-meter state. Handy. I looked at the time. It is found that it is 9 o'clock in the morning on the Earth. Fang Bing opened the portal. Walked in. When he walked out, I have come back to the alley next to the university just now. The reason why he didn't go to the moon to challenge Black Bolt now. It was because he had a premonition that he had been in the past 2 days. Strength will increase again. Because tonight, after the discovery is repaired, he was going to feed egg, extract ability. And wait 2 days later. Oh no, it should be a day and a half later. The space carrier should also arrive in the void. When you are in the void, no matter feeding collector. Get the reality gem. Are those cuties that feed the nothingness. It must be able to improve strength again, so. It's been a few days. Then go to the moon to find Black Bolt. In that way, the grasp will be greater. As for now, definitely continue to set up stalls. The road has to be taken step by step. The meal should be eaten in one bite. Fang Bing did not forget. My earth science and technology level has almost reached the full level. Set up a few more times. Wait for the earth science knowledge to reach the full level. Take a little time then. Research to study the knowledge of the space carrier. Break the Dark Elf's database encryption. Batch manufacture space motherships and numerous technological weapons. Create an army that can cross the universe. It is also a great help to yourself. After all, these days, travel through the universe alone by yourself is not going to work. Don't you see it is stronger than Thanos? Also recruited a large group of younger brothers. There are several space fleets under him. Fang Bing with a scientific dream. After leaving the Hive Star, back to the dark alley next to the university again. Because just to change the experimental equipment, the dining car was readily used, so, now Fang Bing still need to get a food truck out again, definitely. It's easy for him. After a few seconds, the 2 large dumpsters in the alley disappeared. Instead, there was a brand new dining car. Fang Bing smiled and pushed the dining car out of the alley. Came to the side of the road opposite the school. Started his dark cooking production today. Twice before, he had already sold canned herring and live maggot cheese in New York. So these 2 trump cards can no longer be used this time. So Fang Bing thought for a while. It was a happy decision. Today's dark dish. That is, grilled eggs. He also sold edamame in London before. The response is not bad. So for the oriental specialty delicacy of roasted eggs again. Fang Bing is very confident. Finalized the recipe. He recruited the food maker. Start using his super invincible and fast hand speed. Creates 1,000 baked eggs. 600 just 10 minutes later. 1,000 baked eggs are finished. The ground is filled with food trucks. Then, since everything is ready, then call the waiter. To be a boss is to act like a boss. How can I sell things by myself? So, after Fang Bing opened a portal, Polaris Lorna the little waiter. He walked out of the door quickly. Put on Fang Bing specially prepared for her special apron for food truck waiters. Said hello to the boss Fang Bing in a sassy and cute way. He skillfully carried the small table, holding a large pile of baked eggs. Obediently ran to the school gate. Seriously started today's work. And Fang Bing. Then he lay lazily on the counter, driving his super ability. Enjoy the beautiful scenery coming and going. It looked like half an hour had passed. Just as Fang Bing was watching, his eyes were a little sour. When you were ready to drink a Coke and take a break before continuing. Sudden, he sensed that something was wrong. One is wearing a green armor. A person with a vicious green mask on his face. Riding on a flight skateboard that spews cyan flames. It flashed across the sky in front of the school gate. And this guy can fly. The key is not to stop while flying. He was still yelling insanely, ha 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 ha. The noise made Fang Bing's brain ache. After Fang Bing watched this thing fly by, sit back on the seat, grab a Coke, activated ice control. Moments later, a glass of iced cola appeared in his hand. He shook it. Then came a dragon to suck water, dried up the swirling iced Coke in one gulp. After a comfortable belch full of cold air, only then stood up. His figure flickered. A duplication was left in the dining car to see the store. The main body disappeared into the dining car in an instant. When he appears again, has come to downtown Manhattan downtown. And this place today. An anniversary celebration of the Osborne Group is taking place at the moment. And that green freak on the flight skateboard. It has also flown over the square. The reason why Fang Bing chose to follow this green guy. Came here. It's not because he's idle, it's not because of his superhero feelings. Want to cosplay a superhero, but because he just recognized it at a glance. This one rides on a flight skateboard. A green oil. Also like the guy with a funny smile. It's Green Goblin. Green Goblin serves as the villain in the original plot of Spider-Man. One of Spider-Man's rivals. Fang Bing didn't know why he appeared now. But because it's about little Peter the Spider. So he just decided to take a look. After all, little Peter now. He was a 10-year-old elementary school student. If little Peter at this time, involved in the fight with the Green Goblin. Still quite dangerous. After all, no matter how strong the ability is. Mentally immature, it is also unable to exert its full strength. Fear of being tricked by the sinister Green Goblin. And Green Goblin is here today. Fang Bing in a second. After scanning the scene, just understand. I am halfway into the Spider-Man plot, because Fang Bing heard it. Below are the major shareholders of the Osborne Group who are attending the celebration. We are negotiating a partnership. How to quickly replace Osborne's current president. Norman Osborn, kicked out of the company. Then sell the Osborne Group for a good price. Fang Bing will understand. Flight boards in the sky. Norman Osborn wearing a mask and wearing Green Goblin armor. Incarnate Green Goblin. What is the purpose of coming here today? Yes. Green Goblin is here to spoil the celebration. Then kill all the group shareholders present. In order to consolidate their position in the Osborne Group. This plot, although several years in advance. It was supposed to be after Spider-Man went to high school. Just happened. But now Fang Bing, it has long been no surprise. Spider-Man little Peter, he was bitten when he was only 10 years old. Became Spider-Man. So, Norman Osborn is a scumbag. Experiment with yourself years in advance. Become the villain Green Goblin. What's so strange? So, Fang Bing for how Green Goblin came out ahead of time. And what he's going to do next, don't care. He just cares. At the moment, the little Spider Peter who is only a primary school student. Will it still appear on the scene? Will it still turn into Spider-Man? Trying to stop the Green Goblin? After all, Fang Bing this guess, it's not a wild guess. Because Peter Jr. and Green Goblin Norman Osborn. There is some bond between the two. Green Goblin Norman, son of Osborn. It's called Harry Osborn, in the original plot. Son of Green Goblin. Harry Osborn. He is a good friend of little Peter since he was a child. And this, even now, nothing changed either. Because ever since Fang Bing knew that he had traveled to the Marvel Universe, he began to pay attention to the information of the people around him. Little Peter has always had a very good primary school classmate. The name is still Harry. The Osborn thing. Fang Bing already knew it. But because little Peter went to elementary school. Plus Fang Bing didn't intend to interfere too much with the timeline before. So all the time, something about little Peter. He didn't pay too much attention either, but now the Green Goblins are all showing up. Might his counterpart, Spider-Man, not show up? Fang Bing can't tell. So, he is in the air. Scanned the participants at the ceremony. The scope of the search is expanded. Start in this sea of tens of thousands of people. Find the whereabouts of little Peter. Fine. Fang Bing is very strong now, and he also has the effect of never forgetting. When he looks at an area, all it takes is a quick glance. Will be able to keep everyone's face in mind. So he only took 10 seconds, just search the area below. Then, sure enough, he discovered the existence of little Peter. This little guy. At the moment, I am with another dragging little boy. Squeeze through the crowd. I don't know what I'm doing. After Fang Bing discovered little Peter, sighed. Feel this universe. It is likely to have some kind of mysterious power. Driving all development. Otherwise, how could it be such a coincidence? Green Goblin came to celebrate the scene and kill. And little Peter just came to the scene with his little friend? But Fang Bing didn't bother to care about these. After he found little Peter, then the figure flashed directly. Then he appeared next to little Peter, then patted the little guy on the shoulder. Little Peter, why did you come here alone? Did Aunt May agree with you to go out alone? Little Peter was suddenly slapped by Fang Bing. Startled. Almost jumped up on the spot. When it was discovered that it was Fang Bing. Immediately shrank his neck. Aunt May. Fang Bing watched little Peter stammering there for a long time. Just know. This guy must have sneaked out by himself. Aunt May certainly didn't know he was here, so Fang Bing simply picked up little Peter. Whoosh. Fly into the sky. Stay away from that area. And because he was flying too fast, those ordinary people around, even standing in front of them before, didn't see it either. How the two disappeared, even if someone noticed. It will also be regarded as my own dazzled, and when Fang Bing stopped with little Peter. Little Peter found out. He has been brought back to the door by Fang Bing. Then, he is the bewildered elementary school student Peter. Watching Fang Bing make a move. 1.5 cubes of ice appeared in his hands out of thin air. Then, he watched helplessly again. That ice cube. In the hands of Fang Bing. Moments later. It became a whole stack of test papers. Name on the test paper. All kinds. A certain primary school exam mock test paper. 3 years of high school entrance examination, 5 years of simulation. Collected edition Olympiad question bank of a certain organization over the years. Snapped. Little Peter's hand sank, looked down. This whole stack of test papers, it has been solemnly placed in his hands by Fang Bing. And touched his head melon. He said to him seriously, Little Peter, you are a child with great ability. Do you want to become a hero like Iron Man? Go study hard, your future is not a dream. After speaking, turn around and leave, but just took 2 steps, as if remembering something. Then he turned his head and told the bewildered little Peter. These 30 sets of test papers have to be finished this month, and I will check them at that time. If I can't finish them, I will tell everyone about your crush on a certain female classmate. Little Peter heard Fang Bing's threat, if struck by lightning. Originally, he was dumbfounded. Now he is dumbfounded. I don't know how hard it is for me to sneak out to play with my friends once. How was it discovered by Fang Bing, besides? How did he find out that he had a crush on his female classmate? And tell everyone? No, absolutely not. Although the current little Peter, I still don't know what the death of the society is. But he also knows my biggest weakness at the moment. It has been caught by Fang Bing. He could only glance at the test paper in his hand in dismay. Holding the test paper, just ran back to the bedroom. Start to write quickly. 30 sets of test papers were completed in 1 month. God. It seems this month. Don't even think about having free time. The other side. After Fang Bing sanctioned little Peter. Back in the dining car again. Through clairvoyance and master vision. Even if he sat in the dining car, just focus. You can also see little Peter at Aunt May's family who is starting to write. Seeing that little Peter really did his homework obediently. Fang Bing nodded in satisfaction. The reason why he did it. Just to keep little Peter out of this shit. Although little Peter is Spiderman. Although little Peter still ate the heart-shaped flowers he gave. Bai was somewhat stronger than before, but how could Fang Bing rest assured of a primary school student who grew up with him? To face those unscrupulous villains alone, and once little Peter got involved, then Aunt May is estimated to be counted by Green Goblin. Then there will be trouble again. So, to avoid trouble, Fang Bing directly issued a disguised foot restraint order to little Peter. Let him study hard at home every day and make progress every day. No, there won't be any such crap. As for being in the square at the moment, the sky has turned upside down. Successfully killed Mr. Green Goblin of the Osborne Group Board of Directors. Fang Bing wasn't worried at all, because who is the Green Goblin going to kill? It has nothing to do with my money. As long as you don't kill your own people, what the hell is he doing? Besides, Green Goblin was going to kill him. It's just some capitalists with no bottom line. Fang Bing applauded him without drinking iced cola. It's all been calculated. As for how Green Goblin will deal with it later, Fang Bing is not worried about this problem at all. A mere Green Goblin. A scumbag whose combat strength is about the same as Captain America. Even with his set of high-tech equipment, what kind of waves can be found in the Marvel world? Fang Bing didn't believe it. If Spider-Man does not appear in the original plot, can Green Goblin really dominate the world? Isn't that bullshit? Don't say anything else. Just shield. Send someone here. That's enough to knock out the Green Goblin. So, for theater purposes, Fang Bing is sitting in the dining car. Then drink ice coke, eating fried chicken, while admiring the schoolgirl passing by, also divided a bit of energy. Occasionally glance at what's going on at Celebration Square in Manhattan. Because no Spider-Man shows up to stop Green Goblin. So, this time after Green Goblin killed the board, did not stop. Instead, it started to cause havoc at the celebration site. Scared people in that area. They all screamed and ran away. Soon. What webcast? Major television news media. All noticed this riot in downtown Manhattan. And Fang Bing is also waiting. See when someone shows up. Takes over the role that was supposed to be Little Spider-Man. Step up and stop Green Goblin. And the reason why Green Goblin is so unwise. After achieving your goal, still don't know how to retreat. Instead, it became even crazier. This also starts with the research that he himself, Norman Osborn, has been engaged in. Little Peter's good friend Harry, Osborn's father Norman Osborn, is the president and scientist of the Osborn Group, because it has not been able to be in the super soldier experiment supported by the military. What great results have been achieved, so, in order to keep the contract signed by the Osborn Group with the military. Therefore the decision was made without approval. Treat yourself as a human experiment subject. Then, tragedy happened. Be Norman Osborn who wants to succeed. Go into battle with confidence. After inhaling a green super serum that I newly invented. He got stronger, possesses the physique of a super soldier. But the serum he studied had major flaws. Green super serum while massively enhancing his speed, strength and stamina. It also made him mentally separate a dark personality. It made him go crazy on the spot. The body is controlled by the dark personality. And killed the experimental assistant who assisted. Be the Green Goblin ever since, on the path of the villain. So, the reason why Green Goblin became what it is now. Not because of his nature, the original Norman Osborn. In fact, he is still a good person. Just because he was transformed by the green super serum. Only then did the mind change drastically. The darkness inside went crazy. So, Green Goblin at the ceremony now. In fact, the essence is just a lunatic. A madman with a confused mind. Therefore, he is now irrational, endlessly destroying everything. And the reason why Fang Bing didn't care about him. There is also this factor. Just a lunatic who has no grudge against him. He didn't come to demolish his own house. What does he do? In a few minutes, Fang Bing finally confirmed his guess. A nosy man waited. Not Iron Man. Not Captain America either. But Thor. This guy is holding the hammer straight up. In the spotlight. It fell from the sky. Debut. As for the fact that Thor is still on Earth, Fang Bing was a little surprised at first. But, after he thought about it, I also understand. The last time he saw Thor, Thor is out to save his girlfriend. The Nether confronts Malekith, the leader of the Dark Elves. Later, after defeating the Dark Elves, he just took TIE particles. That is, reality gems, back to Asgard, and what happened when Thor returned to Asgard. Although Fang Bing did not see it with his own eyes. But according to his memory of the original plot. And Thor at this point in time, going back to Earth again to meddle in this message. Use his Conan-level reasoning ability. Quickly deduce a few things about Asgard. First, whatever the reason, the father of God Odin should no longer be in Asgard, otherwise, Thor would certainly not be allowed to return to Earth to join the Avengers in meddling. After all, Thor has experienced so many times in the mortal world. If Odin is still there, no matter what, he will not be allowed to play around on the Earth. Instead, let him take the Asgard throne as soon as possible. Begin to familiarize yourself with Asgard's government. So, Asgard now. Likely a suspended Loki sits on the throne. In the original plot, Loki sneaks back to Asgard. Odin is found missing, so I pretended to be Odin. Sit on the throne of Asgard, and impersonate Odin. When Thor returned to Asgard with the reality gem to return to life. Allow Thor to leave Asgard. Hang out with girlfriends in the lower realm. Original. Fang Bing because he has never been to Asgard. Everything about Odin. Also just guesswork. So, when Thor left last time, he never really thought about Asgard again. And now, the moment Fang Bing saw Thor reappear on Earth. This important information was basically confirmed. That is, Odin probably had an accident, regardless of the powerful Odin that Fang Bing has been guessing. Something will happen. Why did you leave Asgard? Anyway, he should be out of Asgard by now. He should be out of his mind by now, so. Several ideas that he didn't dare to try before popped up in Fang Bing's mind. For example, the Gila big sister sealed on the Xandar giant tortoise? Or, get close with Thor, taking a day trip to Asgard? After Fang Bing had these Asgard-related thoughts in his heart started to pound. He was excited, because if Odin really isn't in Asgard anymore. So, Fang Bing believes that with his current strength, all of Asgard, no one should be able to pose a threat to him. It's not that he's arrogant, but because of the Asgardians' development in recent years, something was wrong in the first place. 5000. When Odin conquered the universe. Fang Bing believes, Asgard at that time. The strong must emerge in large numbers, talented people. Otherwise, and how to conquer the huge universe? Defeated so many powerful enemies, even a Mephisto-like Fire King can be sealed. But, since Odin sealed Hela, began to concentrate on ruling Asgard for 5,000 years, Asgard's overall combat power began to decline gradually. All of Asgard, there are not many strong ones. Otherwise, why would be slaughtered by Hela in the future so that he has no power to fight back? And why is there such a thing as Ragnar? Paragraph mark K, the destruction of Asgard? Not because Odin is gone, all of Asgard. There is simply no one who can handle it. At the very least, it is another powerhouse in the level universe. No matter what, it must be at the level of Captain Marvel, Thor or something. It's just not enough. So, Fang Bing speculates after Odin's accident. It was as if a shackle had been opened in his heart. When I feel that my strength is taking off, it's coming again. Regardless of finding Hela, interact with Hela big sister, or go straight to Asgard as a guest. Basically, it can improve Fang Bing's strength. Only, Fang Bing is really busy these 2 days. So, these plans, you can only go one row to the back. As for now, it is natural to concentrate on watching Thor blast the Green Goblin Kid. That's right. Although Thor is in Fang Bing's opinion, the current combat power is really average, but he's for the average Earth villain. That's another story. After all, he is also an Asgard god, possesses the power of Odin. Also holds Mjolnir made of Goru metal, the core of Fixed Star. Take a Captain America level Green Goblin, just don't take it easy. And Green Goblin will take advantage of flight. For Thor, it's nothing like nothing, so when Thor comes out, the battle was soon over. Thor just throws a hammer. Not only did it blow up Green Goblin's flight skateboard, it was also smashed directly into a building. And Thor wasn't idle either. Following the hammer, it flew into the hole in the building. After a few seconds, he flew out with the Green Goblin spitting out blood. Then, he raised Mjolnir. He showed a honey smile to the surrounding melon-eating audience. He also greeted him kindly, after showing off. Just carrying the Green Goblin. Fly straight to the sky. Fly towards the newly built base of the Avengers. This farce. This is the end. As for how the bald director will deal with Green Goblin in the future, Fang Bing knew it without thinking. 80% is still the same. Trial. Sentencing. Hold a press conference. Give an explanation to the families of the dead and injured. Finally, he was imprisoned in a special prison. So, when Fang Bing saw Thor fly away, he withdrew his attention. No longer pay attention to the celebration square. And for Thor, Fang Bing is too lazy to show up to find him now. Although Fang Bing wants to enter Asgard through him through formal channels. But there is no rush for this matter, and Fang Bing can find Thor through the portal at any time. So let's do what's in front of us now. Wait until the past few days are busy. Then, because rest is enough, Fang Bing continued to watch the passing schoolgirls again. After all, everyone has the love of beauty. Look at more beauties. Good for physical and mental health, that's all. Half an hour later, Fang Bing stopped. Stopped this time. Not that he took the initiative, but because of their own little waiter Lorna. Already carrying the small table again. Back to the dining car. She sold out all the baked eggs. Finished work for today. He looked at himself eagerly, waiting for her to pay her wages. As a conscientious capitalist, it is also because I feel very comfortable watching the schoolgirl today. So Fang Bing is very generous. This time I gave the little waiter Lorna 10 extra roasted eggs. As a bonus, the little waiter Lorna jumped 3 feet high on the spot excitedly. Subsequently, Fang Bing opened the portal directly. Lorna will be holding a large stack of cans and other groceries. Sent back to her own home. As for her going home, Will open a can of herring on the spot. Turned her aunt home into a stinky hut. This is not about Fang Bing. Wait until Lorna leaves. Fang Bing didn't bother to push the dining car into the alley anymore. Looked around and no one noticed. He just waved his hand and put away the dining car. Him now. As the strength becomes stronger, the courage also became bigger. The mentality is also relaxed a lot. To be seen is to be seen, it doesn't matter. Anyway, in a short time, I will not come to this school to set up a stall again. Now on Earth, someone who can punish him. There are only a handful of them. So, Fang Bing started to let himself go a little bit. After putting away the dining car, Fang Bing directly opened the portal. Back to my villa. Sitting on the sofa, holding the original is watching TV. As soon as I saw him appear, just put Wanda in his arms. And that Pikachu trying to jump onto his shoulder. Begin to sink your attention into the system. Start looking at the ability list that you just set up a stall to harvest. Good. Today's stall harvest is pretty good. 1,000 servings of baked eggs. Provided Fang Bing with a total of 700 ability lists. This amount. It is even higher than when Fang Bing set up a stall in London selling baked eggs. Fang Bing guessed. This may be the diners in New York. I hate eating this stuff even more, so, there are fewer talents who repurchase repeatedly. Subsequently, Fang Bing started batch extraction. Congratulations on obtaining Geochemical Engineering IV6. Congratulations on obtaining the Earth Neuroscience Computer Science IV4. Congratulations, you have obtained Earth Symbolic Computing IV8. Congratulations, you have obtained the Earth Large-Scale Integrated Circuit Design V5. Congratulations on obtaining Earth Cognitive Neuroscience IV7. Congratulations on getting Soul Eater 7, a special ability that popped up out of nowhere. Give Fang Bing a boost. Devour. What is this ability? The name seems to be very hanging. Fang Bing didn't think much about it. After drawing this ability, it was turned on easily. Then, he found out that something was wrong. Wanda in my arms, and Pikachu on the shoulder. Suddenly stiffened, started motionless, and Wanda's face also began to turn pale and blue. Pikachu is next. It even fell from his shoulders. F*K. Fang Bing seems to understand what kind of super ability this is. He quickly disabled this ability in the system list. Then, he faces Wanda and Pikachu. The healing ability is cast. Rejuvenate them. After a while, Wanda and Pikachu were released from the frozen state. Looking at Fang Bing with a face full of shock. What did you do just now? I have a horrible feeling. I lost control of my body directly. Wanda held her mouth shut and asked Fang Shui with an unhappy face. Even Pikachu grimaced. He was very angry and yelled at Fang Bing. Pikachu. Fang Bing stroked his forehead. Knowing that this time it was purely my own fault. So he explained it to Wanda. I was just testing super ability just now. It calmed Pikachu's little emotions again. Then opened the portal. Left the villa. Came to the honeycomb planet. The reason for coming here, it was because he was afraid of hurting Wanda and Pikachu again. After he knew what ability he had drawn this time. Also realized. Myself now. Wanda's origin magic power should have been drawn temporarily. Good. Fang Bing just extracted this super ability called Soul Devouring. Fang Bing felt strange. Super ability disabled. And after checking the system logs, discover this super ability contributor. Her name was still Anna Marie. Just know. My luck exploded today. Met the mutant little rascal. And also drew her signature ability. Yes. This Devourer. Although the name is weird. But Fang Bing just touched Wanda and Pikachu by himself. The abnormalities they produce, it has been confirmed. This super ability. It is the main super ability of Little Rascal. To be able to touch others, extract other people's memories, and temporarily obtain the super ability of others. And the person who is touched, it will lead to stiffness and pain. And vitality and ability will be pulled out of the body very quickly. Although, touch briefly, it can only allow the little rascal to gain other people's abilities for a short time. But if she smokes the opponent to death in one breath, then you can permanently acquire the other party's ability. This super ability is actually very perverted. Food generator by Fang Bing. You have to make people eat the food you generate. In order to have a chance to extract other people's abilities. And the super ability of Little Rascal, you just need to reach out to people. It can take away 100% of the opponent's ability. Fang Bing remembers. In the comics, Little Rascal once extracted Ms. Marvel's super ability. Smoke it to death. So much so that she permanently obtained her super ability. As for what Fang Bing got now, does it have the same effect? Fang Bing didn't doubt it. But, Little Rascal's super ability. Compare Fang Bing's own feeding extraction ability. There are also many flaws. Fang Bing's feeding extraction ability. It can be said that it can have an effect on any living thing. No matter how strong the opponent is, even waved to destroy the star. At least level Godfather, Dragon Ball Universe Weiss and Sorcerer Supreme Ancient One can be extracted successfully, and the Naughty Devourer. You have to reach out to others. And Fang Bing doubted this thing. For those who are much stronger than her, should be limited. Definitely. This needs to be tested later. As for now, Fang Bing came into contact with Pikachu and Wanda by accident. Their abilities have been successfully extracted. So Fang Bing now has the power of origin magic power for a short time. And he went to Hive Planet, just to try the ability that I extracted through the little naughty. How to release it. For Pikachu, its ability is fine. 100,000 volts Fang Bing already has it. And its other ability. Fang Bing wasn't interested either. After all, it was just a wild Poké copyright mon before. The strength is limited, and the only benefit Fang Bing got from it is its memory. Yes, just touch those few seconds. Fang Bing has successfully extracted all its memories. Included in memory, everything about the Poké copyright mon world it once lived in. This directly made Fang Bing feel as if he had experienced it himself. Possesses all of Pikachu's memories. Let him know about the Poké copyright mon world. Not limited to bits and pieces of information. Although, these memories now just make Fang Bing grow up with knowledge. But who knows if it will come in handy in the future. And for Wanda. Although Fang Bing has already obtained her memory. But that doesn't matter. Have been together for so long. Fang Bing knew her past well. And what interested Fang Bing was her origin magic power. Fang Bing just touched Wanda at the moment. I already felt a powerful force pouring into my body. And he knows. This is the energy of origin magic power. This also made Fang Bing understand Rascal's super ability. It's not just the super ability that can extract other mutants. It can also extract all the abilities of others. Perhaps knowledge-based abilities cannot be extracted. But special energy, completely fine, and Fang Bing still felt it. The energy of this origin magic power is slowly disappearing. So, Fang Bing is no longer inked. He took advantage of the origin magic power energy before it disappeared. Start splurging on it. For a while. This area of the Hive Star. Start to suffer. A few minutes later. When Fang Bing noticed that the origin magic power in his body had completely disappeared. The Hive Star wasteland in front of him, it has been tossed beyond recognition. And Fang Bing, also through this experience, feel the power of origin magic power. This made him look forward to Wanda's origin magic power even more. It's just that Wanda is a bit weak. Eating the delicacies made by his gourmet generator every day. It's been so long. Only provided him with a few messy abilities. And the origin magic power he wanted, but has been unable to smoke. Fang Bing couldn't help sighing. Feel lucky if you can get Domino's sometime. That's an instant refreshment. What is origin magic power? Bring it to you. What Black Bat King, God Cub? Shut your eyes and pump. Pity. The whereabouts of the Domino's. Fang Bing was never found. Before, he also asked the bald director of S.H.I.E.L.D. to help him pay attention. But Fang Bing's understanding of Domino's. It's only limited to her afro head, and the name of her domino. He even had the name Domino. Is it her real name? Neither is clear. So, although the bald director tried his best to help him find it. But there was no trace of Domino, Fang Bing guessed. Maybe it's just Domino's luck at work. Let her be lucky to hide from anyone who tries to find her. But Fang Bing for not finding Domino's. It's just a pity. Not too tangled. Because Domino is the one who shows his face in the plot after all. When she should show up, sooner or later it will appear. And that wasn't the only person Fang Bing couldn't find. There is another person. He also couldn't find the slightest message. That is Phoenix Gray, mutant with Phoenix Force. But although Fang Bing couldn't find her at all, but he also set his back. He has previously arranged for Professor X and Magneto. Let's develop a brainwave enhancer together. Wait until they develop successfully. As long as Jean Grey is still on Earth. Then we must be able to find her. Not even Domino's can also be found, because Domino can be considered a mutant. And her mutant super ability is luck. Subsequently, after Fang Bing finished the origin magic power experience, he opened the portal. Back to my villa again. Definitely. Rascal's Devourer super ability. He has been completely disabled, just waiting for the right time. Only open when needed, and this time to set up a stall. Not only brought him a special super ability, it also makes his earth science knowledge ability raised a small step again. Fang Bing had the final say. About 8 more times, his earth science knowledge can reach the full level. And when Fang Bing returned to the villa, time on Earth, it was only noon. So, Fang Bing thought about not eating with Wanda for a long time. Just had a big meal at home at noon. In the afternoon, I catch up on sleep again. Mental state filled. I slept until dark at night before getting up. And when he woke up, after a while, also received a call from Iron Man. Tell Fang Bing. Say the spaceship Discovery has been fully restored. Wait for his acceptance. Heard the long-awaited news. Fang Bing hung up the phone with an excited face. With a swipe of the finger, opened a portal leading to Iron Man's villa and walked in. When he appears, it has already arrived directly next to the space battleship Discovery. And at the moment, Iron Man and Ebony Maw. It's already here waiting for him. Fang Bing greeted Iron Man. Then he stepped forward to check the space battleship Discovery. It was found that the battleship had indeed been repaired. All internal system equipment are already functioning normally. So, Fang Bing made a prompt decision. Choose to start feeding Egg now. Then, he stepped forward. He pressed his hand on the fuselage of the space battleship Discovery. Initiated a material conversion. Started the first step plan. That is, transform the Discovery into a star pirate ship from an alien universe. The reason for this? Since Fang Bing wants duplication to pretend to be Star-Lord. Go to the planet Egg to meet relatives. Of course it is impossible to go alone. Egg's child-finding mission before. It was Yondu, the leader of the interstellar pirates. And if he wants to let Yi Ge put down his suspicions, naturally, it is best to let Yondu play the best. So, Fang Bing is going to use 2 duplications. A transformed Yondu, one turned into a Star-Lord. Then drive the Explorer. Let's go to Planet Ego together. So, his first step, it is a style that turns a space battleship into an interstellar pirate battleship. And the interstellar pirate warship that Fang Bing has seen. In fact, only one. That is the Star-Lord's warship captured earlier. So, when Fang Bing initiates a substance conversion, the referenced style, it is basically changed according to the style of the Star-Lord battleship. Definitely. Also just changed the appearance. The basic internal structure of Fang Bing has not changed much. But he believed that Egg probably wouldn't notice this either. After completing the refitting of the space battleship, Fang Bing flickered. Immediately, entity duplication created by 2 duplication abilities appeared before him, and 2 entity duplication. Then they smiled evilly together again. His figure flickered. Shape-shifting was used. They became Xingju and Yondu respectively. Although Fang Bing has never seen the real Yondu. It just changed according to Yondu's film and television image in his previous life. But Fang Bing thinks Egg probably never met Yondu face to face. So, shouldn't be a problem. Subsequently, Fang Bing made some other preparations. Let duplication bring something with it. Then let the 2 duplications go on board the Discovery. And his body still choose to stay on Earth. He had no intention of confronting a god in person. That's too dangerous. At last, Fang Bing waited for 2 duplications to close the hatch inside the Discovery. He stretched out his hand. A huge amounts of portal appeared in front of the space battleship Discovery. Fly in with the Discovery. The portal also disappeared. And the spaceship Discovery, when coming out of the portal, it has appeared in a distant deep space of the universe. Because Fang Bing is using the duplication ability instead of spell duplication, so just within the same universe. No matter how far away, none of his duplications will disappear. There are no distance restrictions at all, so become a duplication of Star-Lord and Yondu. Even if it is far away from the Earth, do not know how many light years. It can still be commanded by Fang Bing all the time. After exiting the portal, Yondu drives the spaceship Discovery, headed in one direction. Fang Bing was afraid of attracting the attention of the god Yi Ge. So when opening the portal, nothing close to it opens at all. Rather, it is located far away. So, now you still need to drive a space battleship. Fly to find the planet Egg. FTL flight for a while. Fang Bing duplication through the porthole of a spaceship. Saw the existence of the planet Ego. Witnessed this green terror planet up close again. But next, Fang Bing made duplication stop the space battleship. He didn't fly directly to the planet Yigo rashly. At a distance of half a light year from planet Yigo. After stopping the battleship, Fang Bing turned on the communication system on the space battleship. In the direction of the planet Yigo, a message was sent. Hello. I am the mercenary who was looking for your child before. Now we have found your son and request to land. Yes. Now that we are here, it must be above board. Only in this way can he avoid arousing Yi Ji's suspicion. Only then can he land on the planet Yigo in a grand manner. After sending this message 3 times in a row, Fang Bing began to wait a little nervously. The reason is uneasy. It's because he knows, now this new plan. The reason why the success rate is only 80%, there are most of the reasons. It's all because I didn't find Yondu's group of looters. So it's not clear exactly how Yondu connected with Egg. And let duplication pretend to be Yondu, when rushing to the door. If Yondu and Egg have any special way of communicating, then plan this time will fail right from the start. Although these two on the space battleship are just duplication. Even if he was killed by Egg, he was not harmed at all. But Fang Bing still didn't want to fail. Things that can be done once and for all. Of course it will be done once, fine. Dozens of seconds after the message was sent, Fang Bing received a reply. Please wait here to be greeted. He read the news. He knew that his plan was half successful. Then honestly let duplication wait for Yi Ji's arrival. After a while, the distant planet Ego, an oval white egg-shaped spaceship flew out, flying towards the space battleship Discovery at extreme speed. Moments later, it has arrived in front of the Discovery spacecraft. At the same time, Discovery's communication system, a request for a video chat was also received. Fang Bing controls the Yondu duplication. I chose to accept it without any hesitation. He knows. Opposite this spaceship, it is a high-tech spaceship created by Ego. Possesses the power to instantly destroy half of the space fleet. And control the white egg-shaped spaceship. It was Egg's duplication. And the reason why EGE asked duplication to drive the spaceship to meet him. I'm afraid it's not as simple as hospitality that can be explained. And Fang Bing happened to know something about the god EGE. It can be roughly inferred. The purpose of its behavior. Ego. In fact, the body is not that planet. Precisely. Its body. Not quite that planet. Its body. It's actually a round spherical brain. Huge. Its original origin. Fang Bing is not quite sure. But he knows. This brain. It is the brain of the gods. Millions of years ago, it just popped up. Then. Because it only has brains, there is no body of a god. So it's very fragile. Then began to manipulate and absorb everything around. Slowly outside the brain. Layer after layer of mantle is formed. Finally. After a long time, it became a living planet. And its body. Hiding in the center of the planet. Because of everything on this planet, it is all gathered by itself using divine power. So, it can control everything on the planet. In other words, the planet, it is basically its shell. But, the core body, it is still the brain of the god inside the planet. So, most of Egg's abilities, it can also be said to be divine power. The source is naturally the brain, and it has been for countless years. Constantly dispatched to all parts of the universe. A body that reproduces offspring, it's just its duplication. To Earth. Its duplication is the appearance of the Earthlings. And when Egg's duplication arrives at Planet of the Monsters, its duplication will look like a monster, then give birth to a baby monster with the female monster above. It can be said to be unscrupulous. The whole universe takes all. He can definitely be regarded as the patriarch of the scumbags in the universe. And the reason why Egg sowed seeds all over the universe. Just to give birth to one. At the same time, it has a child of the blood of the gods. Then, Egg reabsorbed his own child. You can complete your own ability. The reason why I say compliment, it's because Egg originally wasn't a full-fledged celestial at all. Where are the gods with only one brain, without a body? But, its children, for example Star-Lord, not only has his blood of the gods, he also has a body. So, Egg could only absorb his own son, restore the full strength of the gods, complete his plan to dominate the universe, and the reason why it sends duplication to open the spaceship to meet it now. Because of, Egg could sense the blood of his son only at close range. So, Fang Bing believes, now face Egg duplication on the spherical white spaceship. If nothing unexpected happened, he should have already sensed his Star-Lord duplication. Possessed of demigod blood. So, I should be able to safely enter planet Ego soon. As expected by Fang Bing, after the video communication is connected, the middle-aged man in white running clothes on the screen just kindly greeted Fang Bing's Yondu duplication, then began to use his spherical white spaceship, towing the Discovery, fly towards the planet Ego. See this scene. Fang Bing's hanging heart finally fell halfway. The reason is not completely relieved. It is because he knows the real moment of truth. Not yet. Food produced by its own system. Not fed into Egg's mouth. It's not even considered a success. Later. In this way, the Discovery was pulled closer and closer to planet Ego. After a while, it entered the atmosphere of the planet Ego, falling towards a magnificent palace in the middle of the planet. The spaceship landed. Fang Bing controls Yondu duplication and Star-Lord duplication out of the space battleship. An Egg duplication in a white robe, he was already standing outside the battleship hatch and waiting. When seeing two people come out, there was a kind smile on his face. He greeted him with a smile. My dear child, you are here at last. Welcome to the world I created. I am your father Egg. Fang Bing looked disgusted on Earth. Controls duplication. A duplication with Egg entrusts the void snake. Use skillful words. Respond to his greetings. Respond to his loving care. This is not difficult for Fang Bing. Nothing went wrong either. So after a while, his two duplications, he was led by Egg, entered the interior of the palace, and in this process, Egg asked too, why did Yondu take so many years to find his son? And for Egg's question, Fang Bing has already prepared a plan. A set of seamless lies was fabricated in advance. Just fooled the past. Simply Egg originally lived for millions of years. Concept of time. I didn't care too much at first. 20 years too late. For it. Just a nap. So after Fang Bing gave an explanation, Egg didn't ask any more questions. After all, the ego blood contained in the Star-Lord duplication made by Fang Bing is not fake. But it is exactly the same as Star-Lord. At most, it is weaker than Xingju. But that doesn't matter, as long as the characteristics are the same. Egg had absolutely no reason to doubt anything. So, next, Yi Ji brought two duplications of Star-Lord, visited his palace, and with the help of the facilities he created in the palace, explained the origin of Yi Ji's own fabrication to Star-Lord duplication, and the wish he used to ignore Hiroto and Fang Bing. The middle controls two duplications. The performance is quite satisfactory. Basically, the whole time was pretending to be amazed with his mouth open. Then kiss Egg's ass, to make him relax his vigilance. And Egg. What is the original character of Xingju? I don't understand at all. Sure enough, I also like this set. Think of yourself as this son. Very good. It is completely possible to conspire with oneself to achieve supremacy. So, Egg, who has been lonely for millions of years, same as the original plot, decided if Xingju cooperates enough, don't absorb him. Subsequently, here comes the main event. It's getting dark on Egg. The dinner party is here. At this time, maybe the cockroach woman hasn't come to this planet at all. So no one else attended the dinner. Just two duplications of Igo and Fang Bing. And Fang Bing knew it too. Here's your chance. So, wait until Egg is busy. Serve all the food and wine. When they brought Fang Bing to the banquet hall, Xingju also had a smile on his face, from the satchel on the waist. Take out a bottle of red wine, he said to Egg. This is the wine I brewed with my own hands. Egg felt his son's heart. No matter what you think in your heart, it is also not suitable to refuse to drink this bottle of fine wine brewed by his own son at this time. So, in Xingju duplication, he took the initiative to step forward. Filled a glass of wine for each of the three. After a joint toast, Egg didn't think much of it either. Then he drank the fine wine produced by the gourmet maker that Fang Bing gave to Xingju duplication in advance. And Fang Bing on Earth, also after a while. Surprisingly, I heard a ding sound in my mind. This means, he successfully obtained the ability list of the god Egg. Only, Bing doesn't have time to look at it yet. Things are not done yet. Just draw Egg ability. It's not over. He couldn't let two duplications fall into Egg's hands. Because, Star-Lord duplication, although it's just duplication, but it is physical, he does have the blood of Egg. It can also help Egg complete the plan. What is Egg's plan? Fang Bing couldn't be more clear. This guy has spent countless years on almost every planet in the universe that has life. Not only so, he also left behind his own evil backhand. As long as his divine power is strong enough, Then you can control the backhands on all living planets in the universe. Devour all living planets, and then become the only living planet in the universe. Beyond everything. So, it is absolutely impossible for Fang Bing to leave the Star-Lord duplication of the demigod blood to EGE. Therefore, before the Star-Lord duplication boards the ship, Fang Bing gave him something. It is convenient for Star-Lord duplication to complete self-destruction. The reason for self-destruction, it is because the duplication is too far away. Fang Bing can only put away his ability duplication at close range. So far away, can control, but cannot take it back. So, what he has to do now, it is destruction. Then, after Egg drank the glass of wine, I saw Xingju duplication smiled. He said to Yi, I have learned some tricks in the past few years. Today we had a great drink, and I will show you some tricks. Say it. Not waiting for Yi's reaction. Just stood up. It's like being drunk. Start reaching out and waving your arms in the air. Egg was a little taken aback. Even thinking about it. My own son with his own ability, potential and blood. Wouldn't be a fool, or have you absorbed him? There is a foolish son. Even if he became the overlord of the universe. That's pretty embarrassing too. But, Egg saw it the next second. Xingju was originally waving his hands in the air. A large pile of crystals emitting blue light appeared out of thin air. Very beautiful. See this scene. Egg froze again. My own son. He didn't even wait for his own guidance. Already awakening god power? Can it be created out of thin air? This simply surprised him. Only. Egg's surprise lasted only for a moment. The next moment, his son Xingju, the big stack of blue crystals in his arms exploded. Instantly destroyed everyone present. Even Egg was still holding a glass of duplication. Because the defense of duplication is not strong. So it was destroyed in an instant, as for this palace in Egg. Nor was it spared. After a burst of intense blue light spheres flashed. The palaces it had created on the surface of the planet disappeared completely. Only a huge crater like a crater was left on the ground. And the next moment after the explosion, another Egg duplication appeared out of nowhere on the ground. He seemed to be looking at the huge pit in front of him calmly. There was no words for a long time, but the entire planet ego. But the whole thing started to change. Originally a green planet full of vegetation. It is rapidly turning red, after a while. Ego planet. It became a scarlet planet, and a huge angry face that occupies most of the planet appeared on the surface of the planet. Open your mouth and roar. Then, whoosh, the planet ego travels far faster than the speed of light. Fly towards the nearby living planet, because it is angry. For millions of years, it was the first time someone dared to tease it. So, he wants to release this anger. He wants to let the creatures in this universe know what it's like to be afraid. Know what happens when you tease it. And sooner or later one day, he will go to Earth. The planet he had duplication visited. Eat that planet. Kill all humans above. Because Egg knew. The son who blew himself up just now, it's from Earth. Fang Bing on Earth. After successfully destroying his 2 duplications remotely. He lost his sense of the planet ego, so he didn't know Yi's subsequent reaction. But he was not at all worried that Egg would come to Earth to seek his revenge. Although Egg knew where the Earth was, I also know the duplication of Star-Lord who just blew himself up. From the Earth. But does Egg dare to use his body to come to the Earth? Fang Bing felt that he didn't dare. Earth is not an easy place. Even Dormammu wants to invade. You have to take Ancient One's opinion into account. And say it is a god. In fact, there is only Egg with a god brain. In front of Sorcerer Supreme Ancient One, it's not enough to watch. Otherwise, he wouldn't have spent so much energy. Sow seeds all over the universe, just to find a bloodline of his own. And if Yi sends duplication to the Earth to find him, that's food delivery. Because Fang Bing knew it a long time ago. Egg's duplication, it is also on his own planet. Possess great power. And his duplication is still vulnerable. Defense is average, in the original plot. It can even be smashed by Star-Lord's energy guns. So, until now, Fang Bing was sitting on the sofa in Iron Man's villa. I couldn't help laughing. The plan is perfect. Everything was done step by step according to his plan. And this time it was a success. Main credit. It is still thanks to Conan's reasoning ability obtained before. This allows him to take advantage of whatever is at hand. To design a plan with the highest chance of success. It's like the blue crystal that I took out in my own duplication at the end. In fact, the water came during this time. Ion bombs that have been accumulating. Fang Bing gave a total of 50 duplications. Under the superposition of that power, enough to destroy its own duplication. Definitely. When Fang Bing was making duplication, it was also thoughtful. Deliberately weakened the defense of duplication. Otherwise, just rely on 50 ion bombs. Not necessarily able to kill a duplication with all his defensive abilities. The principle of duplication ability. Fang Bing has figured it out. He knows it all. How to make duplication flexibly. How to give each duplication, arrange different abilities. Because he has a system, possesses many special abilities. And some abilities are disabled by him. Some are kept open year-round. And when he was creating a duplication of abilities. If you want duplication to have one of his abilities, just need to turn on this ability, then use the duplication ability. A duplication with this ability can be produced. So, when Fang Bing does not want duplication to have too strong defense, then he only needs to create supernatural duplications. In the system, ability related to ontology and defense. All are temporarily disabled. Then make the duplication. He will no longer have his master physique, self-healing factor and other abilities. The defense power naturally dropped to the lowest point. Fang Bing, who executed Egg's feeding plan perfectly. Sitting on the couch in the Iron Man villa, calm down. I stabilized my mood, because he is about to start drawing the ability of the god Egg. Adjusted emotions. He waved his hand. 3 sticks of incense appeared in his hand. Ignite. Insert the red wine glass on the coffee table in front of you. Then close your palms. I salute the god of the system. Yes. Now Fang Bing. I already disdain to worship the Ancient One, the Jade Emperor and the like. For so long, he has recognized it. The sky and the earth are big. The most awesome thing is actually its own system. So, at this critical juncture, thanks to the system, stronger than anything, Fang Bing paid homage to the system. It doesn't matter whether there is a system master or not. Anyway, he felt at ease. Then, he opened Syslog. Start looking at the list of Egg's abilities you just obtained. Ego. God's drive. Defective. His body is a dead brain of a god, which is occupied by foreign consciousness. Although he lacks most of the power of the god, he still has powerful spiritual power and material manipulation ability. Psychic power of the gods IV6. He inherited part of the psionic powers of the original gods, can create psionic duplication out of thin air, and has the power of ghosts and gods. Material manipulation IV7. He inherited part of the original god's ability, possessed the ability to manipulate matter, could devour matter and gather matter, and possessed the unfathomable power of gods and ghosts. Science and technology knowledge of the celestial race IV5. He inherited part of the scientific and technological knowledge of the celestial race from the brain of the celestial god. Even if it is only part of the knowledge, the scientific and technological knowledge he possesses surpasses most of the life races in the universe. Seed of devouring LV10. He inherited and changed the original seeding ability of the celestials. He can sow a seed of devouring on any living planet, and when his spiritual power is strong enough, he can make the seed of devouring grow from the planet the Earth's core exploded, devouring all creatures on the entire planet, and turning the living planet into a part of its own body. Slowly read the ability of the god Ego. Fang Bing finally understood. What is Egg's level of strength? To be honest, Fang Bing thinks, this guy's god title, it's a bit of a misnomer. Because he is just a foreign consciousness occupying the brain of the god. Only possesses some of the power of the celestial race. Even the technological knowledge of the celestial race is so awesome that it explodes. It's only half inherited. Otherwise, Egg wouldn't be in such a miserable situation now. They are other decent living gods. Just mess around and create an eternal race as a younger brother. Help yourself conquer the world. And Egg wasn't all that knowledgeable. Can only build a spaceship or something. It even has to rely on continuous sowing to find children. In order to obtain a stronger power of the gods and spirits. In order to activate his devouring seed, and the normal celestials. According to Fang Bing, it definitely has the power of level single universe. The strength definitely surpasses Odin and Ancient One. According to Marvel's power system. Other criteria for level single universe. It can easily destroy a planet, and the celestials can obviously do it. Because only one celestial race will be born in 1 billion years. The first thing a newborn does, it is to destroy a living planet. And Odin and Ancient One, their strength, should still be at level Godfather. In theory, it is weaker than level single universe. But level Godfather's strength judgment standard. It can also destroy a living planet. As for whether Odin and Ancient One can destroy the Earth, Fang Bing has no doubts. Look at Asgard Bifrost after all. Know the power of Odin. Bifrost was built by Odin using the power of Odin. And even Loki. Use the power of Bifrost. Aim it at Jotunheim, the home planet of the Ice Titans. Under energy infusion, can directly destroy Jotunheim. In the end, it was Thor who forcibly used Mjolnir to destroy Bifrost. This prevented the destruction of Jotunheim, and the owner of a power that is not similar to the level Godfather. There is also the dimension Mephisto. Dark dimension Mephisto Dormammu. Hell dimension Mephisto Mo Faithtor. All dimensions Mephisto. It belongs to the Lord who controls an entire dimension. And they also have the same power as the level Godfather. So as level Godfather other Ancient One, to have been entangled with Mephisto Dormammu for so many years. Also blocked it for so many years, an egg. Although his prototype is the god of the body. It must be level single universe. Stronger than Odin, Ancient One, Dormammu. But just egg with the brain of a god. Definitely not up to level single universe anything else. After all, this guy wants to destroy the planets in the universe. And with the help of Star-Lord's power, the real level single universe other gods. Want to destroy a planet? I guess it will explode with a wave of your hand? Fang Bing felt young. Egg had just arrived at level Godfather at best. Even in the level Godfather category, it should be the bottom one. He wants to destroy a single planet. It should take a little effort and it's fine. But if he wants to defeat Ancient One and Odin, who are at least the top Heavenly Father. Absolutely impossible, and Fang Bing himself. He reckoned that he was already at the star level now. According to Fang Bing's understanding, Marvel's power system. From low to high, there should be a dozen or so levels. And the lowest level, the weakest ones are naturally the microcosmic organisms. The so-called microcosmic organisms. Basically, it can be understood as a creature that only exists in the microcosm. For example, Dr. Pym's wife, the wasp, into the quantum realm. That is part of the microcosm, and the creatures that live in it. More like creatures from another dimension. Perhaps one of the planets has only one atomic file size. So, Fang Bing classified it as the lowest level in the Marvel universe. And then up. Just ordinary humans, whether on Earth, still on Xandar, or other living planets in the universe. Strength. Down to the newborn baby. Up to Black Widow, Hawkeye, Punisher. Or Iron Man without his iron armor. Jin Bin, the underground gangster in New York. All belong to the ordinary human level, definitely also some humans. Harness the power of technological tools, able to transcend this level. Reach the next level, the Superman class. The so-called Superman class. Like Captain America injected with super soldier serum. Our little Peter bitten by a mutant spider. And most of the mutant and Earth superheroes. All belong to this range. Although the Superman class has power far beyond ordinary people. But it can't destroy a large city, and can easily destroy a city. It can already be called planetary level, where some special models of Iron Man at full power. And the Furious Green Titan, they can all be regarded as planetary level. And Fang Bing, it is still at this level. But he is inside the planetary level, it should be regarded as a top invincible existence. An ability of destroying cities, he has many. It belongs to the existence that can hang and beat all other planets with eyes closed. And the reason why his strength can't reach the next level. Because of. The next level is called level sub-Godfather. It is second only to level Godfather's other strength. And level sub-Godfather's entry requirements. It is to have the other destructive power of level Godfather. Easy or not. Anyway, it has to be able to destroy a planet. And the reason why the sub-Heavenly Father has the word sub. It is because characters at this level. Although it has level Godfather's destructive power. But other abilities, however, they generally do not reach the level of the Heavenly Father. For example, Thanos, who now holds the power gem. Although he can also use power gems, blow up a planet with one punch. But his overall strength, but it can't keep up with Odin and Ancient One. So even if he holds the power gem, also played in the palm of the hand by Odin Ancient One, it is not a threat to the level Godfather at all. And Fang Bing thinks, Black Bolt on the moon. After removing the suppression tuning fork on the head, it should also belong to Yaishin Father and others. The guy roared with all his might, it should also be able to destroy the planet. But his other strengths, tighter than Thanos. Especially defense. Compared to Thanos, I don't know how much worse it is. Fang Bing knows. Same as other characters in level sub-Godfather. There should be Captain Marvel in the universe. She went all out. It should also be able to blow up the planet. And Fang Bing thinks that the defense should catch up with or even surpass Thanos. But his attack power. Indeed, it cannot reach the level of destroying the entire planet. So, he didn't think he had reached level sub-godfather yet. As for the level single universe, according to Fang Bing, one of the characters is Silver Surfer, Galactus under starvation. And the level single universe is Farewell. There is also a super level godfather. It is able to completely crush Odin and Ancient One. And can blast the characters of the celestial race. For example, Galactus in normal state is at this level. And then behind, it is multi-universe level. A character at this level can easily destroy a single universe. It can also create crises that affect the entire multi-universe. This level has a well-fed Galactus, and the four great gods of the universe. Death, annihilation, nothingness, and eternity also belong to this class. As for Almighty Universe level, that's even more terrifying. People of this level, able to reboot and create multi-universes with a wave. And what you say is what you say, and what you want comes true. Fang Bing thinks, maybe that fabled tribunal of life. Is it at this level? As for the most awesome at the end. The all-knowing and all-powerful supreme God who created the tribunal of life. That is the legendary existence in nothingness. Fang Bing wasn't even sure if he existed, and actually, the highest high-level character that Fang Bing can touch now. That is, the Celestials of the level single universe. Level up. Never had an encounter with him. Definitely. This is only for now. In the future, if the Wanda in my family can grow all the way. Then she relies on origin magic power, after some years. Sooner or later you can reach the multi-universe level. Fang Bing sorted out his thoughts in his mind. After getting a general idea about Egg's ability, he hoped that he could directly obtain the technological knowledge of the celestial race this time. Because as long as he draws this ability, so it is equivalent to directly obtaining at least half of the technology of the celestial race. Then, the ability to transform with other substances. It can easily create the spherical white spaceship that Yigo used before that destroyed the entire space fleet in an instant. This will be an instant improvement to his strength. Egg could only build a few of those things, not so useful. And Fang Bing can directly manufacture tens of thousands of ships. Bombing Thanos is no problem at all. As for Egg's other abilities. Although it looks awesome, but Fang Bing didn't quite understand its power. So, if you can get the god technology, he thinks it is the most fragrant. Draw. Congratulations on drawing the seed of devouring IV-10. Go to your sister's sand sculpture system. What the hell? What about Lao Tzu's god technology? If you don't believe me, it's okay to give us the power of the gods. It doesn't matter what kind of substance manipulation or something, it's totally okay. But what the hell is this devouring seed? Egg doesn't use anything well. What the hell is the use of drawing it yourself? Fang Bing sees the extraction results. Can't keep calm anymore. Stand up straight from the sofa. Facing the sand sculpture system that had just burned incense. Cursed for 10 minutes. I didn't stop until I was a little thirsty. Fortunately, he was alone in the villa at the moment. Iron Man and Ebony Maw et al. They are all busy at the airport behind. So no one saw Fang Bing's distraught look. Otherwise, he is the sword fairy magician image of a hermit master. It must be completely destroyed. Opened a bottle of Iron Man's good wine. Gudong filled half a bottle, then sighed. After sitting down again, Fang Bing just realized one thing. This Yigo has the full-level devouring seed ability. It's not useless for yourself, because he suddenly remembered. I had just obtained the demigod body of Star-Lord. Possessed from Ego. But a more perfect demigod physique than Yigo. Because Egg just had the brain of a dead god. And Xingju and himself, it has a complete demigod physique. Although this comes from Egg's physique, certainly not as good as the original celestial body. But, definitely has more potential than Egg with only one brain. Otherwise, why did Egg sow seeds all over the universe to find offspring like Star-Lord? So, since Egg can use this ability, it's just that the spiritual power is not enough, so it can't be activated in the whole universe. Then myself and Xingju definitely be able to use this ability. It's just that Star-Lord has been performing poorly. It's because this guy doesn't understand anything. I have been living as an ordinary person, never practiced either. That's why he achieved the achievement of being comparable to a mortal with the body of a god. And Fang Bing. But he has practiced meditation for a long time. And he also possesses many other energy abilities. Maybe the current self. This devouring seed is ready to use. Fang Bing figured this out. Get up immediately. A portal was opened. Walked in. When he walked out, has come to the Hive Star. Yes, he was going to test the devouring seed he had just obtained on the Hive planet. Because Hive planet is now an uninhabited planet, and it could be said to belong entirely to him. So even if there is any damage on it, there will be no serious consequences. So, after Fang Bing walked out from the portal, it fell to the ground, and where he stands now, it is a wilderness, far away from the settlement of the nine-tailed fox. On the other side of the planet, but it is relatively close to Li Tianqi's imprisonment. But Fang Bing doesn't care whether Apocalypse will suffer because of this. That guy has been eating his jelly beans for so long. So far I haven't contributed a useful ability to myself. In case of accidental injury and death, that was his bad luck. So, Fang Bing then activated this ability called the Seed of Devour in the system. Instant on. Fang Bing felt a stream of simple information in his mind. Immediately, he learned how to cast this ability. It's just that the information attached to this ability is only a little bit. So next, Fang Bing squatted on the ground. He reached out and pressed his hand on the ground. Launched the devouring seed. Moments later, a special energy, out of his palm in a special way. It quickly poured into the ground under his palm. Then all the way down. Going all the way down. Fang Bing knows. This special energy, it should be the so-called devoured seed. And now he's crouching on the ground. He could also feel the whereabouts of this energy after it left his palm. He felt it. Seed of devouring, at an incredible speed. Go straight to the center of the Hive Star. 10 seconds later. The devouring seed stopped, because it has reached the center of the Hive planet. Parasite success. And Fang Bing. Then you can still clearly sense the devouring seed. He knows now why the system is being introduced. Can say the ability of the devouring seed. It was modified by EGE from the abilities seeded by the celestial race. Because adult celestials plant celestial seeds on living planets. The process of waiting for the cubs of the gods to grow up and break the ball. With what you are doing now, very similar. The difference is just, what he sowed was the seed of devouring. And what the celestial race sows can last billions of years. Grow into the celestial seed of the celestial god. So it seems, that guy egg is from the brains of the celestials. Get something. It's not easy. It is possible to modify the racial ability of the celestial race by yourself. But Fang Bing has no time to think about these things now. His most important thing right now, of course, it's a test. This devouring seed that I planted in the depths of the Hive Star. What can I do for myself? Or rather, can you do it yourself? By activating the spiritual power. Swallow the honeycomb star and turn it into its own body? So, after Fang Bing sowed the seeds of devouring, then stood up. Close your eyes. Start to quietly sense the devouring seeds in the heart of the earth. And try to mobilize the power in your body, to have some control over it. At the beginning, Fang Bing still can't get the hang of it. It took about 10 minutes, but he couldn't do anything about this devouring seed. But when Fang Bing had a whim, start experimenting with your various abilities, such as psychokinesis and thunder force and so on. Follow your own induction of the devouring seed in the center of the earth. Probe down. When trying to contact the devouring seed, he found, I am actually under the blessing of various energies. Can really control this thing with a knife, and after being able to control this devouring seed, Fang Bing also understood immediately, what can I do with this thing? Only one effect. That's what drives the seed. Germination. It catalyzes its growth and devour from the inside of the planet. Until it grows to swallow everything on the entire planet. And he also found out the reason why I can control the devouring seed in the center of the earth. Thanks to, he possesses many energy super abilities. It's like he has thunder fury. The body naturally has a huge power of thunder. He has the strength of an iron fist. Then he also has huge amounts of strange energy in his body. In the same way, psychokinesis etc. ability. They also endowed him with various energies, and these energies, in the final analysis, ends up, it can be called cosmic energy. It is only possible that the properties are different. That's why he was able to cultivate cosmic energy through meditation all the time. To improve all abilities on him, and now, Fang Bing realized, the energy required to activate the devouring seed. It can be said that meat and vegetables are not taboo. As long as it is the energy on him, they can all be used to launch the devouring seed. And when he uses more energy, then the speed and range of launching the devouring seed will be greater. So, after Fang Bing figured out the ability characteristic of the devouring seed, inner ecstasy, He used all his strength without any hesitation. Start to launch the devouring seeds in the heart of the hive planet. Want to see? Can I turn the hive star into my own planet incarnation? After all, in the system profile of this ability, what can be written as devouring the planet? Turn it into your avatar. So Fang Bing looked forward to it, and the devouring seed of the Earth's core. After a moment under his control, then there was a change. A great energy burst from within the seed. The seeds are starting to germinate. Strands of pitch black dark matter begin to erupt continuously from within the seed, rapidly spread from the terrain towards the surface. This speed, very fast. File size of hive star, not much different from Earth. The distance from the center of the Earth to the surface. It also has a full 6,000 kilometers, but now, the dark matter of the seed of Devourer, it only took tens of seconds. It is divided into countless pieces, extrude the mantle, broke through the surface. Just, Fang Bing found out. 10 kilometers in front of him, there was a stream of dark matter pouring out of the surface. Like a continuous dark mountain range crouching above the surface. This dark mountain range is hundreds of meters high. But, say it's mountains, not at all. Because of this black mountain, it's squirming. It is constantly devouring everything on the surface at an extremely fast speed. Soil, rock, plant, even all substances. And as it devours some matter, its body began to expand constantly. Keep getting taller, keep getting bigger. It seems that the substances on the surface are swallowed by it. All were assimilated by it into the same black substance as itself. Just a few seconds later, the black matter mountains are at an extremely fast speed. It spread to Fang Bing's feet, then, under his control. Bypass yourself. Continue to spread far and wide. And Fang Bing, watch it all, not too surprised. Because of his previous life, Egg has been seen using this trick in the movies. And the results that I have caused now, just like in the movie. Fang Bing couldn't help being suspicious. That movie director. Have you also traveled to a certain Marvel universe? And also saw Egg devour the planet with his own eyes? Subsequently, with Fang Bing constantly mind control, the black matter on the surface of the hive star is also spreading, constantly devouring everything on the surface of the planet. Only, Fang Bing found out, the black matter under his control seems unable to cover the entire hive planet. About 1/3 of the surface of the hive star appeared black matter. It could mean, with my current ability, it is still a bit reluctant to completely devour a planet with the file size of the Earth. But, even so, Fang Bing didn't stop either. He wanted to see where his limits were. Anyway, Hive Planet is also an uninhabited planet of its own. Devour it, devour it. So, that boundless black substance. Then it continued to spread infinitely under Fang Bing's feet. And it is about 3,000 kilometers away from Fang Bing's location. This is the area where Apocalypse is banned. He is sitting on the pinnacle of one of the mighty pyramids. Admire the night sky of Beehive Star, this pyramids. It was he who had just used his super ability during this time. It is formed by the condensation of sand and soil in the surrounding area. It is exactly the same as the pyramids he has lived in for thousands of years. Although banned, but because of Fang Bing this time, basically did not appear in front of him, and nor did they force him to do anything, just in the spell soul contract. Force him to eat some delicious candy every day. It's a good day, except that there is no younger brother to flatter him. And can't run around, it's also a little boring. Apocalypse even felt, it's no big deal either. But well, that's what it says, it's time to run away. Still want to escape. And recently he was talking about how to escape the soul contract. There are already some eyebrows, because of his many super abilities. There are many abilities related to the soul. Although not very strong, but some have special effects. For example, he has found out a super ability related to one of my souls. There is hope to escape the control of the magic contract. Only, separation of the soul without authorization. It's a very dangerous thing. And Apocalypse's grasp is not too great. That's why he didn't implement it. And the more important reason is that he has now escaped from the soul contract. I don't know how to escape from this planet next. So, he still decided to wait. Wait until the opportunity presents before carrying out his escape plan.